always when I felt like I wasn't the best me. And I know that I'm not the best me yet. And I know that the best me is still to come. But I felt like I was walking instead of running. So I felt like we'll switch lanes, like every cliche American song, and go faster, go harder, yeah. So my name is Francesca. I'm from Manor, North Manchester, and I'm going to be performing Gold Dreams. There's been many times of my life that's made me change direction, and it's always when, right, about to get deep here. It's always when I felt like I wasn't the best me. And I know that I'm not the best me yet. And I know that the best me is still to come, but I felt like I was walking instead of running. So I felt like we'll switch lanes, like every cliche American song, and go faster, go harder, yeah. From life. You get me? I'm in the studio writing music with my boys, listening to me talking about other boys. They can't be asked hearing about it, but you get me? Nah, jokes, my guy still, but yeah, obviously life, like when I'm experiencing something, it's normally to do with guys, you get me? I hate men, nah, jokes, I don't. And like, when I feel like, it comes from sadness, I'd say, like, an anger. I'm expressing more into other emotions now and other parts of life, like where I want to be, where I'm trying to go, and finding poetry in that. But yeah, normally my main inspirations come from main life, and I'm probably going to start going down a route of what someone else has experienced. But yeah, it's normally just coming from that. If I could be remembered for one thing by my fans, it would be my accent, because I never want to forget where I came from. Like, it's so deep-rooted and evident, and my accent, yeah, is where a lot of things stem from. Like, I'm just like, whether you find me funny or not, I'm just naturally comical, and it also stems from my accent because it's so strong sometimes. But yeah, man. The most useless talent I have is probably that I can fit my tongue in between my gap because I got the London look. Useless, but I can do it. Pay me. That's just like. Yo, if I could pick one artist to feature on a song, there's a lot to choose from, yeah. Might have to be Travis Scott, but also might have to be SZA, also might have to be Kanye West. K-Tronado, Nado, or any of them in it. You decide out of the cuts which one you want to take. One thing I would change about the music industry is, no, yeah. There was one thing, yeah, that my brother said to me one time, right? And it's called July 7, you get me? Wow. And he said to me, no music is shit. It's all good. And it made me think, yeah, like, all that's pushed into our ears is like more time, it's just trends. And a lot of the time, like, I've noticed, like, because I've always been into music, when I was listening to music when I was younger, I've always thought like, oh, this song's hard, or like Dave Brubeck, or some flipping like Etta James, like, but when at my age, kids were more time like, oh no, like I'm not listening to that. But that's because more time like labels are pushing like one certain sound. So if we was more open-minded about everything in life, there would be more problems like racism and sexism, yeah, homophobia, if we was more open in general, and that can all stem from one thing, and music could actually be the doorway to that. So one thing I would change about the industry is if it was more open, like, because when you're more open, you're way more creative, yeah? Because you feel like you're gonna be less judged, and being more open obviously just helps with an open mind, open community, open society. Boom, happy days. Everyone could do what they want to do and not even be judged, you know what I mean? But bow. My creative process when writing new music, it can depend, like, my creative process can depend on my emotion. So like, if I'm sad, yeah, and I've just gone through some stuff and I want to pick up my book, I'll pick up my book and just go. And I won't even be listening to music, I'll just go. Bars, 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 bars. No music, just vibes can't done. But if I'm in a good mood and I'm creating like upbeat, 120 BPM, quick stepper, then it'll be more like I'll just be freestyling. Sometimes I can still freestyle like if it's a slow thing. But yeah, a lot of the time I'll just jump on the mic and I'll be like, just put me in, bro. And sometimes it'll just be, and then it can turn into what, when, how. Do you know what I mean? Like, that was shit, but yeah, like that. The best piece of advice a musician has ever given me is just do it. It's like Nike. Like, my brethren, who's also one of my producers, like, say if we're in the studio and say if, like, before he's about to press record and he's like, and I'm like, oh, but I don't know about this, but he's like, he'll just say, just do it, bro. Just do it. You'll actually get it. God willing. In the next year, you can expect to see bare things. Enough music, enough visuals, you get me? Enough jiggulations. Yeah, man, obviously I do modeling as well, so soon see me on a couple, you get me, done a couple shoots recently, you know what I'm saying, like, Ross. Soon see that pull through. Yeah, man, got a lot in the pipeline with music. I'm not even gonna talk it out. I'm not even gonna tell you, you get me, you're just gonna see it. Follow me on the socials. But yeah, yeah, you have been locked in with Plus Minus Equals with Francesca. Get at me. Peace and love. Blessings.